Show us the edge. The chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah. Whoa, done seen the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning, time to come up and bring out the outlook. Don't every play, every possession. How bad you want it, love, do you want it all? This ain't a blood of love, we're built for something greater. Attacking our obstacles, coming for the ring, my precious. You got the juice, the will, the heart, the fire. Show them the proof, show them the it shall be done. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
For all things Pelicans, man. You're now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report, man. And what a hell of a game that the Pelicans played, man. Listen, that's all we was asking for, fam. Some effort, energy, a sense of urgency. Zion Williamson, what could you say about him tonight? Showing his complete game, hustling, blocking shots, mid-range. We've been calling for that. Let's go ahead on to Willie. It's on the mic here to Willie Green. Here we go.
First quarter, they seem to control the ball better and just get into a better rhythm.
I want to start off just by thanking God, giving glory to God, and that's a fun team to have an opportunity to coach. Those guys are resilient, and they know what we're playing for. And this team has beat us twice, pretty similar. Booker, hitting incredible shots, and we wanted to come out tonight and play with a level of toughness that we know is up to our standard, and that's what we did.
Zion, both sides of the ball tonight, a win in his bag offensively, but we saw him play a lot of good defense too. Was that something you talked to him about? Is that something that just came out of him naturally?
He's been getting better and better defensively as the season has progressed, and Zion was everywhere. I mean, he was guarding the ball, he was blocking shots, coming up with big-time offensive rebounds, attacking the basket, making his free throws. Incredible performance. He carried us.
The Devin Booker incident got you off the bench as well. When people rush in like Dyson and Jose to defend Z, do you think that means something to him? Do you think it ticked off Z, plays better type of a thing? Absolutely.
It definitely means something to him. And he's always ticked off. He's a competitor. And, when things happen, our guys, they're going to have each other's backs. That's what they're supposed to do. And regarding Booker, I mean, he knows I got nothing but respect for him. He's a competitor. He brings it night in and night out. And we really had to mix up our coverages and be aggressive against him.
So he made a 13-footer and a 15-footer. I mean, how much do you like to see him have the confidence? Hey, I'm just going to take that jump shot when it's there in a really important game.
Huge shots. And he's capable of doing that, just loosening the defense up by taking a few jumpers. So it was good to see him knock down a few.
Jose, back after 5 games, how critical were those threes in the first half and just the overall energy you played with?
Jose is a dang on Tasmanian devil on the floor. and it was great to get him back, get Zion back. He sparked the second unit, hit big shots. He's causing all kind of ruckus on the floor, and that's who he is, and that's what our team needed.
And just how crazy was it just to see not just the blocks, but just how he went about, getting them kind of soaring through the air. The one he had against KD at the end, just the way he's able to just get up and get some blocks that very few people can do in this league.
It's incredible to watch, and it never gets old when you see him make those type of spectacular plays. Great to have him back on the floor tonight, and just huge win collectively by our group. Every guy that touched the floor today, we played aggressive, we played fast, and with this type of team, you have to spread them out and go after them.
Well, the small lineup with Dyson was 4 minutes into that game. What do you think about Dyson, how he fit in tonight?
It was great, and it's something I've been watching and studying and feeling for a long time. And, we're getting more and more comfortable playing a small unit. And, we got to continue to rebound. We out-rebounded them today, and that's the goal is when we go small, we play fast, we open up the floor. It's harder for teams to load up the paint on us.
And you've seen a lot of the greats that have come through this league. How important is it to have these type of games where you're back against the wall and to show up the way he did tonight and play, perhaps, the best game he's ever played as a pro?
It's a credit to the character in our locker room. It's a credit to our staff, our entire staff, not just coaches, front office, managers, performance. Everybody, we stick together. Through difficult times, we don't panic. We don't point the finger. We stick together. And we know we will come out of it better. And sometimes you got to go through some difficulties, which we did, and the timing wasn't great. But this is a resilient group.
And I'll just go ahead and ask him, was that the best game you've seen him play yet?
It was one of the best games I've seen him play, especially with where he is in terms of playing as many games as he's played this season. That's an accomplishment, and we're extremely proud of him.
So you talked about the small lineup. Was that a reaction? Because it was a slow start for you guys to turn over to not making points. Or were you going to do that anyway?
It was just something I felt that we needed to do.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, man. This was a absolutely wonderful win by the Pelicans tonight, man. Listen, they started off a little off, but then everything just kicked in. They had that 37-point second quarter, and they just turned it on for the rest of the quarter. They refused to give this game up. Zion Williamson almost had a triple-double today. He was 3 assists off for a triple-double. He was spectacular. But he wasn't the only one that was spectacular. We know C.J. McCollum had a very solid game. He contributed 31 points. He was plus 19 tonight. We're going to go over the individual statistics, but my goodness, the Pelicans, guys like Larry Nance and Jose Alvarado, Dyson Daniels, basically the Pelicans had a 7-man rotation when you kick out Val's 4 minutes. He only played 4 minutes tonight with 2 points and a couple of rebounds. But Willie Green basically relied on a 7-man rotation tonight against the Phoenix Suns, and it bore fruit as the Pelicans were able to stop the skid and improve with 46 wins tonight. So it was an absolute gutty performance, and this is what we know our Pelicans could do consistently. Zion Williamson was phenomenal. Let's just get it out there. He was spectacular. Jose Alvarado, we missed him and what he brought. We know Najee was out tonight, but Jose brought it, his offense and defense. These guys were spectacular tonight. They refused to give this game to the Phoenix Suns, and that is how you play when you're from the city of New Orleans, a gritty blue-collar city. The Pelicans represented us well tonight, man. So we'll have some more interviews. Y'all, please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. I'm Big Q in this one. Lex will be joining us momentarily. But listen, man, phenomenal win. Great effort. And like Lex always talks about, playing with an edge, energy, effort. They turned it on tonight. Phenomenal fashion. Stopped the bleeding against this Phoenix Suns club. And what a well-done win by the Pelicans. And let's keep it up. So anyway, let's jump into the team statistics and go over it right now. The Pelicans 40 of 85 for 47.1%. The Suns 39 of 87 for almost 45%. Pelicans were 16 of 39 from downtown for 41% flat. Phoenix was 14 of 39 for almost 36%. Pelicans got to the foul line 19 times, converted 17 of 19 for 89.5%. From that foul line, which was great. really solid. If they give you 19, we converted 17 into 19. You can't, I mean, that's really solid numbers. 13 of 14 Phoenix for almost 93%. The Pelicans out rebounded the Suns 42-38 tonight. They 30-26. The Suns won the assist game. Pelicans steals 8-7, blocks 8-7. Phoenix way. They did have 14 turnovers, so Phoenix had 16 there. Fast break points won by Phoenix, 14-10 versus the points in the paints by Pelican, 44-38. And of course, the leads went back and forth. 13 was the largest by Phoenix, 12 by the Pels. Excellent performance. Like I said, effort. Zion Williamson tonight. I know CJ scored the most points and he had his contribution, but I'm going to start with Zion. Zion comes back after missing the one game with the finger issue. He came in there with the right mentality and mindset, playing defense and offense. 29 points in 40 minutes from Zion. He was 11 of 21 from the field, showing his full repartee. Was able to hit a couple of those mid-range shots that the Pale faithful been clamoring for. And he looked real comfortable shooting that shot. And we've been saying that the whole season, that if Zion, they form a damn wall against Zion. If Zion takes that shot, he has 5 feet or more at some intervals of time where they're backing off of him to form the wall, and he has nothing but space. He rises up, takes that mid-range shot that'll force them to close in on him, and then he can drive. The game becomes a lot easier for him. So he's getting that right at the right time. So I love to see more of that mid-range shot. It looked really good going down. That's what we've been saying for here for the PPR crew for a while, developing that and making the game easier for him. He hit those shots tonight. 10 rebounds from Zion tonight, 7 assists from Zion, and 5 blocks, violent blocks from Zion tonight. Excellent effort by the big man all the way around. 31 from CJ McCollum in 42 minutes. He was 12 of 22 from the field. He had 7 3-pointers from downtown, 7 of 12 for CJ, 5 assists, 4 boards. He was plus 19 tonight. CJ putting in the effort and helping out, him and Zion producing a lot of the points tonight. And of course, we had 13 from Trey Murphy in 39 minutes of action, 4 of 13, 3 of 10 from downtown for Trey, 13 points, 4 boards, and a couple of assists for him. And then off the bench, Jose Alvarado been missing for several contests. He came back with a solid effort tonight. His points was crucial, especially off the bench. 22 minutes, Jose was 5 of 10 from the field. He had 5 3-pointers tonight by Jose Alvarado, 5 of them, 5 3-pointers. It was just absolutely big offensive production by Jose Alvarado. 15 points, 3 rebounds to go along with a steal in the matchup. 10 from Dyson Daniels was stellar defense. Dyson gave him 10 points tonight. His defense has been phenomenal since he came back from the injury that he had the last several games. Since then, he's been playing with a lot of confidence and looking stellar tonight. 10 points from Dyson in 28 minutes, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from downtown. He finished with 6 boards, a couple of assists, and a steal and a block for Dyson Daniels. 9 points from Larry Nance in 32 minutes of action. He was 3 of 6 from the field. He finished with 9.7 assists, 8 boards, 3 steals, and a block, plus 17 for Larry tonight. And of course, Herb did what he did in the matchup. He was facing some foul trouble. Didn't give us much offense, but Herb was out there making some good plays, getting rebounds. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, out there making plays in 34 minutes of action. So like I said, basically, it was pretty much a 7-man rotation because Valanciunas played only 4 minutes tonight, had 2 points and 2 boards. So Willie went with the 7-man rotation, and it bore fruit against the Suns, and it stopped the Suns, man. And we were able to defeat this team for the first time this season as the series goes 2-1 to them. But listen, big win by the Pelicans. From their side, 33 points by Bradley Beal, who got the cooking in the game. He finished with 33, 25 from Booker. Usually it's 50-something, but Booker was stopped to 25 tonight, 23 from KD, and nothing else shaken from the rest of their staff. So Indy and the Pelicans come up with a massive win at the right time. This was much needed to the highest levels for the Pelicans. 4 straight losses coming down the stretch. We can't have that. So the Pelicans open up the 4-game road trip with a win over the Suns, and now we kind of head toward Portland, and we have to take care of business as well. So anyway, shout out to you guys. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, share the show, man. Great win by the Pelicans. Great effort win as well. So anyway, before we move on, we're going to play some more interviews momentarily. Lex, welcome on in to the show. And listen, I was talking about, went over the stats and individual performances by our squad. We often talk about here on PPR Final the fact that we have to play with an energy, we have to play with an edge, we have to play with a sense of just knowing that we belong among the great in the Western Conference, and the Pelicans exhibited that today with a lot of great play right here. Just phenomenal win. So let me bring you on here to get your thoughts on how the team performed tonight.
Yeah, what up, PQ? How you doing?
Doing good. Much better than the last game.
Yes. Man, this was a much needed win. Hey, man, Zion freaking Williamson. You know what I'm saying? That dude right there, man. Hey, there's a reason why we got stars in this league, man. And he put that on display on tonight. He really did. Yeah, without his activity on both ends of the floor, golly, it was the difference maker. And not only that, the fact that he brought that against a KD, against Devin Booker, against Bradley Beal. I mean, that dude was everywhere. I mean, he literally was everywhere. But I'm really it definitely was a slow start. The energy was definitely better in this game. We still had I don't feel like everybody played at the same level, but it was just enough. Zion, CJ, and Jose, they really brought it today. And I also say Herb, he really, I mean, he always brings it. We know what he brings defensively, because he's always taken on the hardest assignments. But really, I kind of feel like, Zion and Herb, like they were sharing, both guarding, taking turns guarding KD, taking turns guarding Bradley Beal, taking turns guarding Booker. I really do think that, just how they were really, their activity, the deflections that they were making for other teammates to get the ball, it really picked up the guys around just to do enough. But I'm glad Jose, I know he was on a minute restriction, but he had it going. Jose had it going, and I'm glad that he stepped up and knocked down shots. Trey, it looks like he's back in a slump. But I'm just glad somebody stepped up. Like I said, the energy, the overall energy, it was up and down, but you had consistent energy from a few guys. And that gave us enough. But we still need more. I don't know if you felt like that, Big Q, but you know what I'm saying? This was a great get back to the winning column, but I'm still wanting more. I hope I'm not being like too like, I ain't Lex, that wasn't enough. Like, hey man, we actually need to go like undefeated in the rest of these games. I mean, we really do. Like, we need to win the rest of the games on out to really have a chance. But I'm glad that they got this must win. This was a must win. This was a must win. I'm really glad that wow, Zion, man, he just played on a whole nother level, and I love the level that he was playing on, and I'd like to see more. I don't know about anybody else, but I can get used to this. You know what I'm saying? If he's playing like this, Big Q.
Yes.
Everybody in the chat.
Yes.
Did y'all see them nasty jumpers?
Yeah.
Huh? Come
yeah.
on now. Y'all saw them nasty jumpers he put up, didn't you? And he did it in rhythm, man. Like he
Yeah.
had been doing them all season.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I seen it. We've been calling
Oh,
for
man,
it.
I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Is
We've been
this
calling
what's
for
coming? Is this what's
it.
coming, Z?
If
Are
this
we bringing this out early? You know, I
Lex,
thought we were gonna wait till next season, but you've been
Lex,
working on them all season.
Lex,
But
if
you
he does
had
this,
to have another one in your pocket, right?
if he does this, if he continue, and we've been saying this, how often you've heard us talk? We talked all about this last year about Zion. If he develops that mid-range game, and we often talk about him doing it in practice, but bringing that over into the actual game, having the confidence to shoot
he
that
brought
shot,
He
bringing
brought it.
it and adding that more to his repertoire. That is a weapon that they're not ready for because they can build a wall. But when he consistently hit that shot, he has 5 feet. They're
Man.
backing off of him. If he hits that shot consistently, it'll draw them closer to him, and that'll create a whole nother problem that they'll have to deal with Zion Williamson.
Them shots were wet.
And it wasn't struggle jumpers. Let me tell you, they wasn't struggle jumpers.
Man.
It wasn't struggle jumpers. Let me tell you something. Those shots went down confidently. It was like he was shooting them all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, they were confident and they were in rhythm. Like
Yes.
there was no hesitation, no pump fake, no nothing. He just rose up and just check it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I was like,
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's good. And then look, one of them jumpers. Oh my gosh. It would look after he took that jumper and made it, Suns took a timeout. You already know what's up when the other team takes a timeout.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
off that shot right there, that was a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty, man. I can get used to that. That was nice. That was nice.
Great performance by the Pels tonight. The energy was there. Like we talked about, a lot of this was done with a 7-man rotation. But before we kind of delve into that, Lex, I want you to talk on that. Let me play this because I was supposed to start the show off with here. Shout out to my dog, Kevin. He said, Q, what about that Bad Boys? Here it is.
Now that's how you supposed to drive. From now on, that's how you drive.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how it go. That's how you drive.
Supposed to play. Now on, that's how you play.
Yes,
Oh
indeed.
man, if he would have said that,
That was a good one there. But go ahead, Lex. Talk about the rotation that Willie had tonight. Like I said, he went 7. He did play Zion with, Val, which would have made 8, but only for 4 minutes. Talk about this the small rotation that he went through that was so effective for the Pelicans tonight.
yeah, I mean, he went deeper into what he already does. Big Q. We actually talked about it. Like if Willie goes small and don't work, what does he do? Well, he goes even smaller.
Yeah, he goes small.
You know what I'm saying? Look, when defense isn't working, what does he go to? Well,
Double
more
team.
defense. So, I mean, he didn't do anything different than what he would normally do. I just think the guys played with more energy. That first quarter was slow. Really, I feel like the first half was slow, but mainly that first quarter. Even though CJ did keep us into the game, again, I felt like he was making good decisions. He was making shots, but he was also making poor decisions. And I don't have a problem with the positive stuff that he does, but some of the things that he does is like, CJ, I'm gonna need you to think about what you're doing, because we gotta eliminate a lot of those bad decisions and mistakes that he's making. Because as a veteran, he shouldn't be making some of those mistakes. Over dribbling the ball. I mean, we've all talked about it. CJ, when he takes less dribbles or, he's playing a true 2, which is what he is, he does very well. But, obviously his mistakes and poor decision making, that part, it didn't hurt the team. But as far as the positive things he did, you know, we needed that from him. I mean, there was nobody else who could give us that. But like I said, you know, hey, I'm pleased with what he did bring, but I still want him to be better. And I think, you know, I mean, that's fair. You know, we want the veterans to step it up and eliminate, you know, a lot of those rookie or sophomore or junior mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it comes across, you know, especially by him doing it, being a veteran, and him being the only one on this team who has been to the Western Conference Finals, you know, and he has the most experience in the playoffs. Dude, come on, you can't do that. You know, we have to have him not make those type of mistakes. But yeah, I think Willie going small, it really wasn't a huge like difference maker. I mean, we've seen him sit Jonas many a times, you know, to really I guess match up well against the Suns. Because Nurkic, he was still out there, but you know, I guess it picked up the pace more. And you know, to an extent, and plus Jose was back, so you have a more pestier defense, and you also have another speedy guy out there, someone who can handle the rock, someone who can set up the offense, someone who can knock down shots. You know, a two-way player. And Jose, I think he really made that difference in that small lineup. You know, just really knocking down shots because really nobody else, you know, was doing it consistently other than, you know, CJ. So it worked. You know, everything that Willie did, it worked in this game. But Willie still got work to do, man. He still has work to do. But one thing that I do want to point out is that energy makes a world of a difference, Big Q.
Damn right.
It makes a world of a
right.
difference. Yeah, man. When you play with energy, just the energy, the Zion, you know what I'm saying? Just reaching out his hand to get those deflections.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's with everybody, like just doing anything to alter the rhythm of the Suns or you know, just the slightest touch on the ball could cause a turnover. That's what this thing is about, man. That's playoffs. That's playoff basketball. When you put that extra energy, getting those extra plays, getting those extra possessions, you know, just working harder than the other team, that alone can help your case as far as winning. That can be the difference maker. And when this team plays like that, like they want it, like, hey, do you guys want to keep losing? Let me tell you something. I think it's fair to say that Zion was playing like he was not going to lose.
Right.
Listen to how I said that.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I am not losing.
Yeah.
That's the statement that he said, like, not trying to lose. No, I'm not losing. Like
Right.
he played like that. That's that, man, that's that air, that confidence that you need, that star mode, that playoff mode that you need in order to win at a high level. You gotta have that. Man, when how you're playing shows, man, I'm determined we are not losing this game. I put that on everything. We are not losing this game. I felt that way. I felt that way. Like, you know, everything that he did out there, like, I'm getting to this basket. I'm going to make this basket. I'm going to get this block. I'm going to get this steal. This rebound is mine. When the whole team is like that, man, that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, Lexxah, I enjoyed it, man. The effort, and as Zion was walking over to the bench to his squad close to the end of the game, he told them, "I got y'all. I got you."
Yeah.
And boy, did he carry the Pelicans tonight, man. And like I said, in several players were phenomenal tonight. Now, of course, we know CJ had some stuff. He contributed with 31 points He was doing some positive stuff. Jose Alvarado, we needed everything that he contributed defensively and offensively. It was just a great affair by the Pelicans tonight, and it's the type of game that we needed to break this 4-game slide with 4 games remaining in the NBA season. So let's cross over to the Portland matchup, Lex, as we get ready for the Trailblazers. This game's coming up with them. I think this is a Tuesday matchup. Yeah, it's on Tuesday, so this will be a Tuesday 9 p.m. kind of late game here for in terms of our central time. This team is not very good. They're not playing very well, but still in all, they're an NBA team that we got to watch out for. I think Jeremy Grant estimated he'll be back. I don't know if he'll be back. They got a lot of injuries dealing with the Trailblazers, who are 21-57 ball club. They are 2-8 of the last 10 games. They're not very good at home, 11 of 27. They're just not a very good team, but still in all, this is a matchup the Pelicans must have. We have to be able to take care of business against the Trailblazers, get this done, and kind of move on. 4 games remaining, 1 game at a time mentality is what we're calling for here now. But yes, like you said, being that we had so many errors with these last 4 games, Pelicans got to clear the slate. Last 4 games, we got to take them all. We got to get them all. We're so close here. We got to get them all. So the Pelicans have to lock in, and I think they can get this win against the Trailblazers. If they play with this type of intensity.
They play like they did today, and they're definitely gonna get it. But go on, my bad.
Right. So I mean, let's delve into it. So the floor is yours, Lex. Let's talk about what we need to do against the Blazers.
Oh shoot, everything that they did today and more. Like we need to grow. We need to grow from this game, especially from a team that beat us pretty bad at home. Like it's playoff time. All these other teams out here, they're playing like playoffs is here. The Pels need to join into that mix. Like, and literally we need to win the rest of these games out. I did say worst case scenario that the Pels will go 4-4. And best case, 5-3. Definitely the 5-3 won't be there, but they can still win out. And if they're playing like this, because I think just based off of the game against the Spurs, the way that they were playing, we were kind of up and down about this game because we didn't know. Well, first of all, we didn't know if Zion was going to be playing. We didn't know if Jose was going to be playing, and obviously both of them played. And then upon that, we didn't know what type of energy they were going to be coming out with. Well, we found out what type of energy they came out with. And, it was solid, but we need more of that. We're going to definitely need that energy for this game. We should blow this team out, just especially coming off of a high of winning against a team like this. Yeah, we should blow this team out and just get better at being more disciplined. Moving the ball, player movement, ball movement, pushing pace, and just Zion's out there, get the ball to him, work through his gravity, and guys knock down shots. Like, because we need everybody to be a threat. Like I said, not everybody was a threat today. Even though this was a great win, a must needed win, not everybody was playing at that level of, like I said, of Zion, of CJ, Jose, what he brought, and Herb. We need guys, we need everybody to come up. We need everybody to be a threat out on that floor because we're going to need everybody. This is a great time to work on those things against a team like this. Ain't no time to think about, this team's record. Nobody's thinking about that. Need to get the W. I don't even care. This team could be in the playing or the playoffs. I don't even care about their situation. This is about the Pelicans. The Pelicans need to be more selfish. They need to be selfish. They need to be greedy, and they need to dominate. Because we're trying to prep I mean, this whole time has been prepping, but they've been failing in the prepping department with the last 4 losses. So we need to turn this around. This was a great start, but we need to keep it going. So it's have to have a, the mentality has to be there, and the activity and the action. It has to be there. Everything has to match up, because it's no more talking. We don't need to talk about this stuff no more. Y'all need to go out there and do it. Play with a lot of energy, play at a high level, play Pelicans basketball, play the right way, and you come out with a W.
Indeed. 4 games remaining in the NBA regular season for the Pelicans. Up next is the Blazers. As we talked about, Pelicans currently, as you see on your screen, are ranked right now. They're 7th in the Western Conference standings. They got the 46-32 mark, tied with the Suns just ahead of them there. So Pelicans keep winning, man. That's a big part of it. Things change. We need every last one of these games to kind of get into that top 6 teams, and I think we can do that. We clear the slate. We should be all right, man. That puts us with the remaining 4. That gets us to 50 games that a lot of people wanted to see the Pelicans get. And then we know that BI should be coming back soon. We know Najee had an issue, and I don't think it's not a long-term issue, so we should be seeing Najee. So the Pelicans overall are getting healthy at the right time, getting Jose back help tonight. So like I'm thinking, we do what we did tonight. We bottled this stuff, and we just do what we did. We play consistently, and we play strong like we did. We play with that urgency, because that's what they played with tonight.
Yeah.
It was a strong sense of urgency, and that was the type of urgency that was lacking the last several games, man. But they played like there was no tomorrow. Like they would have been eliminated if they had lost this game, and that's the type of mentality that they need to carry on for the rest of the season. They do that, man. There's no stopping the Pelicans, man. There's no stopping us if we play like that, man.
Yeah. Hey, Big Q, real quick, who do the Suns play next? Like, who are the rest of their games? I'm just curious, because I know they're in that 6th spot, and they've won more games against us, 2-1. So I'm interested to see if who they're playing.
Suns, the next 4 games. The next game they play is up on Tuesday, and they got a back-to-back. They got one on Tuesday and Wednesday against the Clippers. So they got 2 back-to-back games. One, it actually is crazy, because they got one at home against the Clippers. Then they travel to LA to take on the Clippers the next day. And then they close out. That's the 2 more road games against the Sacramento Kings, and then the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they have a very interesting.
We actually have a good chance.
Yes, if you went
into that 6th spot.
Yes,
if we can control our own destiny, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I know they're not going to get both games against the Clippers.
No, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They may get one, but and then Minnesota ain't no. Well, it depends on them, because I know they've already clinched. Trying to think, they've already T-Wolves have already clinched a top, so they may rest players. I'm not sure, but yeah, if we win out, I really do feel like we can get that 6th spot. But we gotta, just like Slim said, we gotta win out.
We gotta win. We left too much. The home stretch, the home stretch was ridiculous. We lost 4 in a row. That any room that you thought you had, you don't have it anymore.
The Pels just won 1 game in that 6-game homestand, didn't they?
That's right.
1-5, dang.
Yeah,
they do not need to play at the SKC.
Yeah, they beat Milwaukee.
I just need to play away games.
Right. At first it was a little.
Everybody in New Orleans, hey man, they just need to play away games, because it seemed like when they play away, they play better or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy how the Pelicans responded, man, at home, because I thought, for most of the season, they were kind of equally good both places, just slightly better on the road. But then after watching what happened at home, and of course those were really tough teams, as we were dealing with Boston, you got OKC, You got Orlando, who hadn't played well against for the last couple of years, and then you lose to San Antonio, which was the game that they should have won. That just like threw it all to hell. So 4 games remaining. Any room you thought you have, you don't have anymore. Because you have Portland is more than likely, no disrespect to them, they're the easiest of all the 4 opponents that we have. Sacramento's battling for it, Golden State's battling for it, and the Lakers are right behind you. So all these games are going to be crucial for the Pelicans. And guess what? The Pelicans could beat every last one of these teams if they come to play.
Yeah.
None of these teams that's remaining are juggernauts to us. They're not a Boston or one of those type of teams. None of these teams left on the 4-game slate that we have here are juggernauts. We can beat each one of these teams if we come to play and we represent and do what we're supposed to do. We play with that sense of urgency tonight. We can beat every last one of these teams and collect 50 wins on the season and go into the playoffs and not the play-ins. But no more room for error. You got to win out. So it's a 1 game at a time approach. Bottom line.
Yeah, I know. Can you show the seedings right now? Because I know we do want to avoid Denver, but at the same time, I mean, are we really trying to make gamble as far as playing in the play-in? You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only thing. Yeah, the Nuggets are number 1 right now. But wherever everybody lands, I really do want to have a shoe-in to the playoffs instead of playing in the play-in. Because the play-in is not the playoffs. The play-in, you can still get played out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that makes sense. So,
No.
yeah, I'm just, I know somebody mentioned, going up against the T-Wolves in the first round. That would be nice. And I guess I would have to see the brackets because I always get confused. I got to look at that stuff, when they have the actual brackets up and things. But
right, the plug bracket.
Yeah, we gotta make sure that we eschew in the playoffs, man. We still have a chance to do that. It would actually be nice for the Suns to, for them to, lose, help the Pelicans out. But I know at the end of the day, like the Pelicans gotta take care of business. Because that's the one thing that we didn't want is to rely on another team to fail in order for the Pelicans to get to where they're supposed to be at, to get in the playoffs. Let's see here.
Yeah, they're slated. Of course, we slated for the play-in and the matchup. If it was to start today against the Lakers,
Yeah.
so you got 7 and 8 there, and the Kings against the Warriors.
And see who is trying to go up against the Lakers in the play-in. I mean, even whoever wins the 7 and 8, you get to go up against the winner of 9 and 10. I wouldn't want to take that risk though, man.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. It's like, man, why do that? Let's pass to Zion. He's on the podium right now. Zion.
Okay.
Defensively, I mean, 5 blocks. Previous career high was 3. I mean, what kind of zone were you just like in on that end of the floor tonight? You think?
I was just real locked into the game plan, and they got a few players over there that spade to spade. They're special players. So I feel like if I was guarding one of them late in the game, that'll give my team energy.
Yeah, I mean, 5 games left, including this one. You coming in tonight, like obviously understanding the stakes, but knowing like I gotta leave it all out there because there's just not that much left depending on how this goes.
Absolutely, it's that time of the season. Me and Coach spoke, and we're just taking it 1 game at a time. Every game for us is very important. We understand the situation we're in, and we're gonna play the cards dealt us.
And we've talked to you a few times about the strategy teams are throwing at you, where they're kind of parking their center under the basket and waiting for you. What was kind of key to you finding the response to that tonight?
Well, there was JV, especially Dyson, just a quick flash. The quick flash and, make yourself a threat to where, whoever the help defender is, they got that moment of hesitation because I can take advantage of that moment.
In the fourth quarter, it seemed like you really just had it on your mind that you wanted to take over. What was kind of your mindset? What were you looking at there at the end to kind of close it out?
I don't remember which possession it was exactly, but I don't think we got the shot we wanted. And I just looked at Larry and said, "Find me, just find me, and I'll make a play for us." Like I said, taking it one game at a time, and my fault. Taking it one game at a time and just going out there and competing.
It's always fun to watch your face after a big dunk or something like that. But what about these violent blocks that just shut down the other team's score? And what's that like out there for you?
I was just telling Herb this the other day, like, when you see what he does on defense, it's inspiring. So it's one of those, I need to elevate my defense. And, I was able to get some of those blocks because the help defender came over and kind of made the offensive player make another move, take another step, and that allowed me to just kind of recover.
Mid-range jumpers tonight, is that something, you want to kind of incorporate into your game more and more?
Absolutely, especially with how teams are guarding me. Definitely find a easier way to mix in some other buckets like that.
And we talk a lot about the journey you're on to become the type of player you want to be. How important is it to have games like this and moments like this to kind of continue to take those steps up?
It's just kind of one of those moments. People remember the greats because of key moments. Whether it's in the playoffs or a key regular season win, people remember moments. And, if I want to be one of those players, I got to make it happen in those moments.
To the defense point, you were sticking with Brad on a lot of possessions tonight. I guess how much pride do you take in being switchable and being able to guard anybody out there?
I could definitely tell in the beginning of the season that, because I'm an offensive player as well, I could tell that the other team would try to hunt me on defense. And, I'm watching the film and I didn't like that. So I just, like I said, watching Herb, it's inspiring. Herb, Jose, and Najee. So I just started taking a lot more pride in it and worked on it and continue to work on it as well, so that if I get called up, I can hold my own.
Being that you're a lot of times initiating the offense this season, being the finisher, is there much more extra, I guess, intensity coming through and slashing and making those plays for yourself?
It's just kind of one of those, at the end of the game, make a play. Sometimes the play's not going to get executed exactly how you want it to, but you just kind of take it upon yourself and just say, I'm about to make a play.
But also, you guys are pretty much, the Suns and Pelicans are in a similar predicament, trying to avoid the play-in tournament, being in 7th, and Suns are in 6th. Obviously, the dust-up happened. And there's rivalry for a couple of years there since 21 playoffs. Do you guys basically feel that you're pretty much in the same boat right now, fighting to climb out of that play-in spot?
Absolutely. And like I said, it's that time of the season. Every game is important. So, as a team, we're going to take it one game at a time. But every game for us is important.
How important was Jose in this one? The threes he hit on the defense he played on.
I mean, I don't think it should surprise anyone at this point. Jose has always carried himself, as an underdog. But I think he's finding that transition into, I do this. And his energy tonight, I mean, said in my post-game interview, y'all saw it. You can't teach that. You can't coach that. So, I got a big shout out to Jose for the energy he brought tonight.
Thanks, Z.
No problem. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.
All right. All right. There goes Zion, man, dropping the game, man. Calling for the ball, doing things superstars do. Talking real good game too. Shout out to Zion and the Pels tonight, man. And like I said, one step at a time. I just had the playoff window up there. But we got it going on, man. Listen, if we can climb, if 6 is the best that we can do, then let's do it, man. I would prefer to have that anyway, to take on the Thunder and get in the actual playoffs as opposed to screwing around with the play-ins, man. You never know. With a full, healthy Pelican squad, fam, in the playoffs with Zion and B.I. and all these guys, think about that. That is something, and despite what Draymond Green said some time ago, that ain't something I don't think many teams want to deal with anything like that. But anyway, let's get ready to close the stream. Lex, I'm going to give you the floor on what you heard from Zion and parting thoughts.
Yeah, I'm definitely with Zion. I mean, you know, they gotta control their own destiny. They gotta do what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, really, it shouldn't have gone to this point, you know, because again, they're back to straddling the fence as far as being, are you in the playoffs or are you in the play-in? You know what I'm saying? And we didn't want that. Definitely, you know, somebody said it earlier, you know, you kind of wish they would have got that game against the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because that's something, you know, the Spurs aren't going to do anything with that win. You know what I'm saying? So definitely you do think about that. But, you know, they got to win out. Obviously, like Zion said, it's one game at a time. You can't get too far ahead of yourself. You can't start thinking about, you know, 2-3 games later and all that stuff. You can't get too high, can't get too low. Got to stay in the present. And so definitely, you know, got to take it one game at a time and just get these wins. Right now, the full focus should be on Portland. It should be on Portland. CJ usually has very good games against Portland. So this is coming at a perfect time, you know, for him to, you know, continue to be on his high and build momentum, because this was kind of like a start of that momentum as far as, you know, being back in the win column. But yeah, these guys got to take care of business. You know, we didn't stand on business at home. And yeah, they were tough games, but you know, we kind of didn't give ourselves a chance. Well, this is the last straw. This is the last stretch. Like, you got to give yourself a chance. You got to step it up. So, if they do that, especially if they play like they did today and more, you know, we'll be in a good spot, and definitely, hopefully, out of the play-in, because we really don't want that. Not for real.
I agree, Lexxah. No playing, man. Playoffs, no playing, man. Finish strong. That's what it's all about. Finishing strong. So anyway, that'll do it for the show tonight. Please feel free to hit the like button, family. We appreciate you guys. Much love to the flock. Appreciate all you guys for being in tonight's stream. Pelicans come up with a nice win, man. A much needed one, 113-105 against the Suns. On to Portland. 4 games remaining in the regular season. Pelicans need to finish strong. We need every last one of these games getting 50, man, and let the chips fall where they may after that. So y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the shows on your social media feed. PPR Final in here representing the mighty flocking nation, man. So we're going to holler at y'all on the next one. Much love, and go Pels.
Go Pels.
Show us the edge, the chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, play with the edge, show me the edge, play with the edge, show me the edge, show me the edge, yeah.
Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top-flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue.